What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and welcome to a new video. Now, yes, look. It's a new, new little setup I've got for all future FPL football and anything sort of videos that I need to talk to you about. It gives me a bar at the bottom to have a title and also a description. It's got my logo there, so hopefully it doesn't get stolen if anyone wants to steal my footage. But they wouldn't, 'cause I'm a bully, so people don't like bullies anyway. And I've also got a picture on the side, and also where I can stick things to sort of aid the video. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got the first episode, hopefully, well, at least you'll have more depth this time, of a transfer. I haven't got the name of it yet. You'll see the name on the title. But I'm just going to be talking about transfers and what's happened in the footballing world, because I have an updated version the next time, because FPL would have been released. I'm recording this on the 17th, hopefully be released on the 17th, and FPL comes out tomorrow. So hopefully I can get some good videos on that. I'm working until 9 AM, doing a bit of overtime, 3 till 9. Then videos will start to be pumped out. You expect like 3 or 4 on that day. Just quick little videos for little tidbits. And then from then on, you're going to get loads and loads of videos. Also, be sure to check out the link in the description. Friend of the channel, Jano United, has 30 days of FPL. Definitely worth a watch, giving you tips, tricks, and all around good content around Fantasy Premier League. But we start off today with our first transfer. Man beside me, N'Golo Kante. He has moved to Chelsea for £30 million. I always talk about Vardy, Mahrez, Kante. Them three have been the big three for Leicester. Will they move? Will they stay? For me, out of the three of them, this is the most vital one they should have tried to keep. And unfortunately, they have lost him. But £30 million, I think it's pretty obvious that Leicester couldn't pay what Chelsea were going to pay. And also, I feel like Chelsea have a real good chance of winning the league now. If Kante can play first-team football and perform the way he did for Leicester, acting like 2 or 3 defensive midfielders in one, it's only going to be good things for Chelsea. But £30 million is a hefty fee for a defensive midfielder. And what does that mean for other players? Well, it means that hopefully Fabregas can get further forward and stop playing that defensive role, which left Chelsea open a lot of the times last season. It means players like Mikel and Matic can have a defensive midfield partner, as now you don't see Mikel and Matic together, who basically do the same thing. You've got Kante, who can move the ball forward, who's good at intercepting, can be running non-stop. And you've got Matic, who can maybe run forward, be more of that, you shall not pass type player. And also it means that you can, give your attacking players more influence to attack rather than tracking back, because Kante is going to be there probably 99 times out of 100. But huge signing. As far as FPL is concerned, it's not that big. He's a defensive midfielder. He won't get many. He scored 1 goal for Leicester last season. So for me, FPL wise, don't even bother putting Kante in there. Next up, we've got a real strange one in which Jordan Ibe, I believe I'm saying that right, has joined Bournemouth permanently. I thought it was a loan for a minute. I thought, it's a good signing for Bournemouth, but permanently, which I think is a great signing for Bournemouth, for a club record deal of £15 million. Now, it's great for Bournemouth. It's strange from Liverpool, because I felt like he could have really been good. Keep him in the squad for this season, let him, meld in, but of course, I feel like Sadio Mane might have pushed him out of the club, unfortunately, and that's another good young English winger they've lost, because Sterling was good at Liverpool. That will happen. Will this happen again to Jordan Ibe? I think not. I think it's going to be a great season for him. But the only problem is that Eddie Howe, the way Bournemouth work, they've had a lot of wingers like Jordan Ibe coming to the club last season, and it didn't really work out. I think Christian Atsu was one that basically flopped there and didn't really play at all. But I feel like Jordan Ibe's got a good chance here. I think he was a really good player. And as far as Fantasy Premier League is concerned, it'll be interesting to see what price he is, because I feel like he's definitely a good player to have. And if he's a decent price, below £6 million, it'd be worth having for a little squad rotation player. If Bournemouth have got a nice home game against a promoted team or something, Jordan Ibe, if he's starter, could be a real good signing. But as far as that's concerned, we'll have to wait and see. He hasn't really got much of a track record for Premier League games. He's came on. He hasn't really been a first team player. He might have played in a few games before. And what I've seen, I like. But for now, just got to wait and see. But I feel like it's going to be a great signing, especially for FPL season. We'll halfway through the transfers now. On to transfer number 3 of 4, and this is Vincent Janssen. I believe I'm saying that right. Vincent Janssen. It actually joined Spurs. Now, Spurs need another striker. They had Harry Kane. Oh yeah, it's just Harry Kane, wasn't it? You could count Clinton and G, but I don't think he counts, really. But they've actually got another striker now, and it'll be interesting. This is another one that I don't really know much about. I know he's a preeminent goal scorer in the Netherlands. I think he scored 27 goals last season, I'm thinking. Yeah, 27 goals last season. Also, he's 22 years old. So if Clinton and G maybe can get fitness and maybe try and push for a first team spot, he's also young. You've got Harry Kane, who's is quite young, and we've also got Vincent Janssen now at Spurs, who's quite young. I don't think it'll be one for a first team. I think if Spurs continue playing one up top and Janssen is a striker, Harry Kane is not going to get dethroned. And this, of course, they probably need a corner taker because we all know what Harry Kane is like with corners, and you could probably put your 4-year-old on corners, and it'd be better corners than Harry Kane. But needless to say, Vincent Janssen, it's exciting to see what he's going to do. I think he could be one to look out for in Fantasy Premier League. But as far as my feelings are concerned, Harry Kane's going to be first team football, and you're also going to see him cost a lot. Janssen probably about 8 to 9 million, I'd say, maybe less. And for me, it'll be just a come off the bench, or if Harry Kane's not feeling it, or if he's played too many games, Janssen will play. So for now, it's good, but it means that they've also got another option. If Harry Kane's out of form, or maybe he's lacking fitness, I don't have to risk him and play him again. They can put Vincent Janssen in, who has a good track record and also scored on his debut against England. Worth noting, but for me, I feel like Vincent Janssen is going to be a decent signing for Spurs. Be interesting to see how the future goes for him. And lastly, something that I really don't know much about at all is pronunciation. Here we go. Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Hojbjerg. I was going to call him Hojbjerg. He's joined. He has joined Southampton for a fee around 13 million, and for me, that is another quality transfer from Southampton and the club in general. They have, lost their manager again, but Southampton fans, one thing you've got to understand is that the Southampton board, when they bring in new managers, they bring in good managers. When they bring in players, generally they bring in good players. They are probably one of the best, they've probably got one of the best scouting teams in, the country, because the players and managers they bring in constantly perform well. Nigel Adkins, he was sacked, then Pochettino came in. People thinking, why was Adkins sacked? He was doing really well. Pochettino came in, done really well. Then Pochettino left for Spurs. You're thinking, oh no, what are we going to do now? Ronald Koeman comes in. You think, lost all big players, do well. You constantly lose your big players, but you constantly do well. And for me, I feel like he might just be, in a few years, might just be talking about Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg leaving for a big club somewhere around the world. But all I know is that he is 20 years old, as it says on his transfer marks page. And one thing else to note is that he's quality on Football Manager. He always turns out really good, and I quite often sign him for a lot of my careers and have done this season. And he also turns out really well and worth a lot of money. So you either keep him and he's really good, or you sell him for a bit more money. So either way, I think it's a good signing. Will he play first team football? I don't know. They've lost Sadio Mane. I think he's a bit further back than Sadio Mane, maybe a sort of a not defensive, but maybe bang on central midfield. But hopefully he'll be able to switch around with James Ward-Prowse. I want to see more of him this season. It could be a good signing. Will it be one for Fantasy Premier League? I'm predicting around 6-7 million for him maybe, but I don't think he's going to be one to go forward. I don't know if he's going to be on set pieces or not, but one thing is for sure is that he could be a rather good signing for the future. And that has been it for this episode of whatever I've called it. I don't really know what I've called it. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more, then make sure to hit a like down below. Thank you all for watching, and peace.